This is kind of like teddy bear, turn around, but it's bumblebee, buzzing all around. Here we go. Bumblebee, buzzing all around. Buzz. Good. Bumblebee, buzzing on the ground. So bend over and buzz on the ground. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing so high. Reach up high. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And then bumblebee, buzzing in the sky. Reach up and touch the sky. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing past your toes. Bend over and buzz past your toes. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing on your nose. Buzz, buzz, buzz. All right, let's do it one more time. Bumblebee, buzzing all around. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing on the ground. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing so high. Buzz. Bumblebee, touching, buzzing in the sky. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing past your toes. Buzz. Bumblebee, buzzing on your nose. Buzz. We are going to take a look at some of the flowers that I'm standing in the middle of here in the garden. And let's talk about what we see when we look at these flowers. Okay, here we go. Look at these flowers. I don't know if those are some kind of daisy or not. Are those bees? They're not slung up to me. But I see white petals with yellow centers. And then here I see some lavender with little purple blossoms. Let's turn and look over here. Oh my goodness. Look at those. That's red hibiscus. Look at what a deep, deep red that is. Those are so big. Look, there's my face, and that's how big this bloom is. It's about as big as my head. Oh my goodness. And over there, these are some cone flowers, some echinacea. Yeah. Well, so when a bee lands on a coneflower, does it see the same thing we do with that? Oh, there's a bee on that one. Do you see it? It's right there. There's a bee on that flower. Oh my goodness, how exciting! Oh, I wish I could zoom in. Oh, do you see it? It moved to that one right there. Oh, look at that bee go. Go, little bee, go. Oh, wow. It's so big compared to the other things flying around here.
Honeybees see all of the colors that we see with the exception of red. They can't see red, but they can see ultraviolet light that we can't see. And inside the flowers, there are nectar guides that are ultraviolet light targets to point to the nectary where the weak sugar water, the nectar, is located. So the bees can follow the UV, ultraviolet, nectar guides to get to their nectar.
That's incredible! So there's a reason that they see the way they do and how they interact with the flowers. That's so interesting. Okay, Miss Mary here again in the restroom at the library. So we were outside talking about how insects and bees see flowers and how they look a little bit different to them than they do to us. we see this wide range of colors, reds, we saw a deep red, we saw a light purple, we saw shades of yellow and orange, we saw white petals on these daisy looking flowers, we saw little tiny purple petals on the lavender. And we talked about how plants, flowers especially, look different to bees and insects. And we use these bright fluorescent chalks and drew on black paper to kind of illustrate that. So this was my version of the daisy. And I'm gonna turn out the lights and shine this little black light, woo, that I bought off the internet on there, and see how they look under the black light. I don't know that the colors are gonna translate quite as well as they do in person, but we'll give it a shot and see how it looks. So this might be our best way of showing what flowers look like to bees and other insects. Here we go. Look at that bright green. Look at those petals. Yeah, so let's do another one. If you have one of these little black lights at home, if you have pets, you may have bought one as a urine detector. Here is my coneflower drawing. Yeah, so when I say an almost negative kind of fluorescent effect is how bees and other insects see flowers. Here is my drawing of the hibiscus. So yeah, just another way to extend this activity and talk about light and what we see and what our bee friends see. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light back on. So that's a simple way to extend that bee or insect vision activity. Also a great chance to use our art skills, our creativity skills. It's pretty inexpensive. Any sidewalk chalk will do. You do not have to use the special fluorescent chalk like I bought. Darker black is best construction paper. And like I said, you might already have one of these black lights, the urine detector lights around your house. They're very inexpensive. It's just a great way to continue the learning, to enrich it and continue to make connections. Learning about bees is a great thing. We know how important they are to our ecosystem, and the more we learn about them and know about them, the more we realize their importance, the better job we can do of taking care of them, and they can continue to kind of help take care of us. Tell us about the bees being fuzzy, carrying the
Honeybees have fuzzy bodies. Their bodies are covered with hairs, and the hairs look like tiny little feathers. So as the bees fly, they actually get charged up, an electrostatic charge. So when the bees visit flowers, the pollen grains just jump onto the honeybee's body. And as the bees visit flower to flower, they transfer these grains of pollen. And this is the first step in the reproduction of our plants and the production of our fruit and seed of many of our foods that we eat, as the pollen is transferred from one flower to another.
Okay. Remember how I talked about how bees were really important and they played a vital role in our food, in our ecosystem? That was why. Okay, I am not going to read this book aloud. It is a little bit long, but I wanted to show everybody it's Honeybee. It's a newer book. Honeybee, The Busy Life of Apis mellifera. And it's by Candace Fleming and Eric Roman, who are two of some of my favorite children's book creators. And it has some amazing illustrations. There is a bee emerging from the nest. Oh, look at it. I mean, these are just incredible. Very kind of lifelike, but still not photographic. And you can learn a lot about bees in this book, some more in-depth than the bee man story that we shared earlier. Queening. Look at these. Grub-like larvae, queen tending, comb building. Ooh, look at those bee tongues. It reminds me a little bit of a butterfly tongue. Guarding, and then, oh, leaving the hive. Look at that page fold out. Other bees leaving, rising from the nest. Okay, circling down and alighting on a blossom. That's one that I kind of wanted to point out especially there. But this whole book is just fantastic. And again, at the end, it has some information to further your learning. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this. There's the bee visiting flowers, and a little bit about how insects see flowers. All right, Bumblebee, will you help me with this next one? Okay, here it goes. This is a great one for a little baby. It goes, here comes the bumblebee out of the barn. Here comes the bumblebee right under Miss Mary's arm. That was really good. We're gonna switch hands, okay, bee? All right, we're gonna do it again. Here comes the bumblebee out of the barn. Here comes the bumblebee right under Miss Mary's arm. Thanks, Bumblebee. Of course, we've got to do that time-worn, treasured Baby Bumblebee song. Are you ready? All right, cup your hands like you've got a baby bumblebee in it. And it goes like this. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me. Ugh! I'm smashing up a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm smashing up the baby bumblebee. Ew, gross. I'm wiping up the baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm wiping up the baby bumblebee.